perfect mobile surveillance system is silent and agile, utilizing gravity alone to cover large distances.
One of the most successful researchers was Roger Patterson. He used a horse with a camera.
Researcher Richard Knoll has devised another tool in an attempt to obtain proof that these creatures exist.
This is no ordinary mountain bike. It is equipped with a hands-free flash trigger, high-speed film, and the ability to take multiple high-quality photographs within seconds. This black bear cub photo proves its capabilities.
Looks like I'm ready.
Although less mobile, Michael Durham, a professional wildlife photographer, readies a sophisticated multiple-angle camera trap that will take wildlife photographs so clear that an unknown creature stepping into this trap would be magazine cover quality.
Setting up camera traps is a bit of a specialty. It requires a lot of equipment, motion sensors, cameras, lots of batteries, flashes. Most of all, it requires a good spot to set up.
Supplemented by GameView digital still camera traps, the forests around the team's base camp are guarded by silent sentries. Before nightfall, the team must use the remaining daylight to search for evidence and scout the best places for camera traps.
If you're going to deploy cameras near there's some trees around the side there. That's pretty good.
Team member Doug Hychek and researcher Richard Knoll patrol miles of sand-sided logging roads in the Beast. They are scanning the embankments carefully for the large bipedal tracks so often reported here.
I've seen tracks that lead up in behind these trees, and then they stomp around like they're waiting for vehicular traffic to leave at night along these dirt roads, and then come back down on the other side.
So you've actually seen this pattern of going up and coming down and going up and down more than once? I mean,
yeah, more than
how many
once.
times have you seen that?
Oh, probably a dozen since I've been looking for it.
Really?
With ash from the 1980s Mount St. Helens eruption everywhere, the ground here is ideal for tracking. Fine dust covers everything and becomes a natural trap for footprint evidence.
Going uphill, that's pretty big.
I know that Aaron had his sighting not more than a half a block from here. It's not good enough to cast, eh?
Well, no, it's not good enough to cast.
Just keep looking.
Okay.
Keep looking, and we'll get lucky.
With the traps freshly baited, the team is ready for nightfall. The setting sun has the entire crew on edge.
I don't think I'll be walking back down there, and I definitely wouldn't do it in the dark.
There is every indication that whatever growled at Butch may still be lurking nearby.
Right after we played the coyote calls, we heard a sound that came from the east side of camp, and it was a really loud growl. It almost sounded kind of dog-like, and it went like that. It was only once.
And it didn't sound like a bear, but I would imagine it was about the size of the lungs in a bear.
Freaked me out pretty good.
I want to run out there and see what it is, but I know that's not the way.
It seemed like it was coming from actually back over here.
Sort of relax, and maybe it'll get closer, and you'll catch a glimpse of it, whatever it is.
Okay.
Just a little bit creepy.
Growling is one thing, but large rocks hurling out of a forest are quite another. A blow to the head would spell instant disaster.
This is the third rock that was thrown at us tonight. Definitely, this rock flew out of the trees and landed right next to us, and I heard it hit with a thud. And so I ran into the woods to see if maybe I couldn't see, hopefully, the creature. I heard a few branches break ahead of me, but it was way, way up the hill. Whatever threw this could have hit us.
When a similar incident happens the very next morning to unsuspecting hunters, the team's anxiety grows.
But when you spend as much time in the woods as we do, you know, a lot of goofy little things happen.
The rocks were the size of your head and larger.
The Encounters team is in the Gifford-Pinchot National Forest in west central Washington state, searching for a creature countless eyewitnesses describe as large, hairy, and upright walking. The Encounters team is looking to obtain their own evidence of their existence.
It's unfortunate that Richard Knoll had no camera traps in place to catch a glimpse of whatever made the skookum impression. But we have camera systems.
And instead of just looking for tracks with the flute as bait, we're going to be using a camera trap.
This time with infrared video equipment in place.
Prove to the world that, yeah, these things do exist.
With the Skookum cast site rebaited, the team begins to deploy other tactics in an attempt to gather evidence.
And an animal that has nocturnal vision, that is actually able to see this in detail, is not going to see what that black box underneath that brush is, just going to see the brush on top.
Then we're going to prepare the area, bait it. We'll do a blast and then leave the area quietly as we can. Hopefully they'll smell this, hear the scream, and see the bait.
Make the offering look right here.
Hopefully they'll smell this.
The sophisticated sound system will blast sounds of what are claimed to be actual audio recordings of vocalizations from creatures similar to the Skookum wildmen.
Could lightning strike twice in the same place?
Wild animals are frequently caught off guard by quiet, fast-moving bicycles on downhill logging roads. The Encounters team has assembled these specially designed camera-equipped mountain bikes, attempting to have an unexpected face-to-face encounter with a creature and obtain photographic evidence.
Vladimir will ride ahead of the others, laying a pheromone trail of sexual attractant scent and blasting wounded animal calls designed to attract predators.
The scent and sound trail has been laid. Coming back.
We're on our way.
10-4.
The Photograph Skydog system and the thermal cam give us an eye in the sky. It's an incredible forest surveillance system. And the best part? Any creature out there may be able to see us, but it doesn't know that we can see it.
Bear prints, are they?
Come again?
We got a couple footprints here, but it looks like a bear or a cougar.
You're serious?
The Encounters team is on the hunt. Little do they know, one of the activated cameras has been triggered. But just what has it captured?
Based on a thorough examination of the Skookum cast, I've come to the following conclusions.
For the past 5 days, the Encounters team has attempted to collect evidence to either support or refute the existence of a strange beast reported around the Skookum Meadows area of Washington State. A creature described as 6 to 8 feet tall, hair-covered, and walking on 2 legs.
Yeah, so we got the buttocks, the leg coming down.
The Skookum body cast obtained in September of 2000 has been examined by numerous anatomy experts, including Dr. Jeff Meldrum from Idaho State University.
Here I am examining the Skookum cast itself, and in this graphic we've superimposed the inferred body regions or anatomical regions of the imprint. Of particular interest was this area down here, which seemed to represent a partial heel driven into the mud. Here is a cast replica of that heel impression. Of particular note is this area here, which appears to be a well-developed Achilles tendon that terminates here in a broad heel that's been driven into the mud. This is a characteristic of bipedal hominoids. So this suggests that whatever made this imprint was a bipedal hominoid, yet one of extreme proportions.
Autumn Williams and the Encounters team have set up hidden motion-activated cameras and recorded hundreds of hours of tape. All but one of the images captured were of an identifiable animal. This photo, taken by a Game View Still infrared camera trap, is simply unexplainable, but too vague for scientific scrutiny. Is it human or something else?
We're getting closer, and maybe the final proof lies just around the next corner. We're off once again in the Bounder, looking for our next mysterious encounter.